She's telling me, Matt, I want to let my family know this was a mistake that happened. It was a medical mistake. She keeps telling me that. Natalie, where are you from?
California.
Perfect. Well, first of all, I'm glad that you're here.
Thank you.
Now, there's a soul that's here, okay, that I keep hearing past. This is so crazy. Of a medical mistake that I'm trying to put the pieces together. And I keep hearing of life support. Who did you lose on life support here in the physical?
Could be my sister-in-law.
So please know that she's here.
She had a stomach issue. There was a rupture during her colonoscopy.
That's what it was. That's what it was. Oh my God, because she keeps saying to me, it was a medical mistake. It was a medical mistake. And I'm saying, what happened? And I'm like, did you have a procedure? And she said to me, it was routine. I wasn't supposed to die. I wasn't supposed to die.
Wow.
She's here.
Wow.
You just got the chills.
Yes, I did.
That was her soul that you just felt with you, because she says to me, Matt, she goes, can you please let them know that, first of all, I want to thank my family for the way that they tried to get answers and the way that they tried to keep me alive here in this world. She actually just showed me the switching of doctors. So right after that rupture had happened, and after she was evaluated by doctors, your family had either brought in a different doctor to evaluate her or see her.
Yes.
To give her another chance at life. She said to me, Matt, she said, this was done to me, she says to me. So please know that this was a mistake. Mm-hmm. And your sister-in-law is coming through, because the one thing that she wants you all to know is that she's so sorry for the pain that you all had to go through with her passing here in this world. She says, I've been fighting every day to try to find ways to reach my family and let them know that I'm okay. Because she walked in without any issues here in this world. She's telling me that she had IBS. She keeps talking about having IBS. And having bloat.
Yeah, IBS. She had what is that called? Where the stomach is colitis. Ulcerative colitis.
She says to me, she goes, Matt, she goes, this was just a routine thing. She says, and I planned, she goes, and she's literally showing me her schedule. And she's like, I had a hair appointment the next day. I was supposed to get my hair done. I was supposed to be doing this. I was supposed to be doing that. And she's showing me like all of these things she had planned. She goes, this was supposed to be an in and out procedure. And then all of a sudden she switched over to a vision, and she goes, this is how I ended up. Do you know?
Went in and she was just going to get a routine colonoscopy. She went home and she didn't know that they pierced it. So she went septic at home.
She tells me when I'm connecting with her that she had children here in this world.
She had 3 and they're devastated. They're all struggling really bad with the loss of their mom.
She's telling me, Matt, she goes, what's so important is that my family's there for the kids. And she wants to thank all of you for the way that you stepped up to give them all of this love. Because she tells me that everyone has been taking turns, like doing things for them, being there for them, trying to make their life a little bit easier because they lost their mom.
Yeah.
And she says to me, Matt, she says, I'm equally upset. She says, because of my husband. She says, he went, she says, from having an easy life with me there to now all of a sudden having to go and deal with all of these things. Please know that she says to me, Matt, she says, I'm watching over my kids every single day. She says, and the one thing is that as hard as it is that they're going through this hurt and this pain, she says, there's one thing that made me feel so good when I did pass the other side. She says, and that was that I had the inner knowing, she says, of being validated that they were going to be okay within their life. Because when souls go to the side, they can see 5 years into the future, 10 years into the future. They can see all of these things. And she said to me, Matt, she says, I know that they're going to be taken care of. I know that they're going to be fine. She says, and for me, she says, that brings me so much peace, because I know they're going to go on to have families. I know that they're going to get married. She's showing me all these things that she sees within their life, and she's bringing that through. What's tough about this is that when I'm connecting with her, there's still so many unanswered questions. It's sad because no one's taking responsibility for the way that she died. She's telling me, Matt, I want to let my family know that it was nothing to do with me. This was a mistake that happened. It was a medical mistake. She keeps telling me that. And she's giving this to all of you because she wants you to have peace. Because there's questions that everyone's saying, and they're saying, was she feeling sick before? Was this more serious than we thought? Was there something else that was going on? And she's saying to me, I was fine until I had that procedure. She says, I want to let my family know that I was truthful and honest. She says, and if there's one thing that I regret doing, she says, was ever going in for that procedure.
Heartbreaking.
I want to tell you that she knows that everybody was there when she took her last breath, because she says to me, Matt, everybody crowded my room. She goes, I could hear everybody. I could sense everybody. And not only were they there, she wants to thank you all for praying around her. She talks about the prayers that were said. She goes, I heard the prayers. I heard the prayers. And she said to me, Matt, when I saw and felt my family come together. And I say she saw that because I know her eyes were closed here in this world, but you can understand when someone's on life support like that and they're so close to passing, what happens is it's almost like an out of body experience that, you know, our soul is kind of in between this world and the next world until life support is taken off. And she says to me, I could see everything that was happening. She says, and when I saw everybody together and the love that was there in that room, she says, I knew that I could let go and that my kids were going to be okay. She says, so thank you. And she also wants to thank, I don't know if it was you who cleaned her house. She's talking about the family coming over and cleaning her house.
Yeah, we did.
She wants to thank you for that. She says to me, because Matt, she says, the one thing is that everything was taken care of for my kids. I didn't want them to be stuck in this nightmare. She says, and everything was cleaned. My house was all redone. She says, in a way that my kids could continue living without having to think about the day that I died. Well, I really hope that this helped you tonight. And I want to thank you for being here so you can deliver this message to your family.
Thank you. It means the world to me.
You're very welcome.